I don't want you to think I'm coming from some prudish place where all fan service is terrible and sex is worse than violence. Fan service isn't strictly speaking a good thing, but it can be a nice thing when done correctly. The correct element to make fan service scenes successful is that it can't be the introduction to a character. The character has to be likable and well written in order to build up affection with the viewer, and when the scene takes place, it has to be with the character's consent. However, these rules only apply to 2D or CGI girls, as when fan service is done in live-action media, it's ruined by the fact you're asking me to be attracted to a real woman who's been paid to do this and I know nothing about. Even if the actress is playing a fictional character, it's still, in my eyes, unbelievably creepy to be attracted to a woman you've never met in real life before, because you know nothing about her and she has a life outside of this scene. In some cases, the actress is pressured to do these scenes by producers, which makes these scenes go from unattractive to disgusting. Now, that's definitely not the case with Like a Dragon. Japan's culture is extremely different, with them being far more sex positive, and I wouldn't be surprised to learn if these cabaret girls are adult film stars. The reason I wouldn't be shocked if this was the case is because these girls can't act to save their lives. It's so unbelievably cringy and makes me feel sick to my stomach to see these women overreacting to every little thing. Now, I get that's how strippers usually act in real life, with over-affection because they're trying to fish more money out of potential sugar daddies. But what self-respecting person goes to a strip club and falls for these tricks? I'll tell you who, Kazuma Kiryu. Because Like a Dragon is the funniest franchise on the face of the earth, Kiryu being this total badass who will throw hands with anyone who so much as breathes the name Haruka, and be a complete and total moron in the side activities, is what makes him such a human and lovable character. He's incredibly wise, but he's also dumb enough to fall for every bimbo that flutters their eyelashes at him. And that's the problem with the man who erased his name. They're doing this weird immersion cabaret club where the goal is to get you, the player, to fall for these tricks instead of Kiryu. It's like Kiryu gets to be the kick-ass dragon of Dojima in the main story, and then Ryu Ga Gotoku Studio holds up a mirror in the cabaret clubs and is trying to tell me I'm the loser for interacting with it. I just feel pathetic, like it's a joke at the player's expense instead of Kiryu's. I like these cabaret missions in other games because it's funny to see Kiryu fall in deeper and deeper with girls who just want his money. Not to mention how cringeworthy these scenes are, oogling every inch of a real woman's body. It just feels wrong. Like I'm not going to be attracted to this complete stranger who, while maybe fully consenting to this, is being paid a lot of money so a bunch of nerds can blow their load to her. Again, there's absolutely no issue with fan service or straight up official porn of fictitious characters, because no one is exploited in the making of those scenes. All that happened was a bunch of animators probably got to have a hilarious time in an official office making those scenes, while some actress got to put on a sultry voice, which is funny because there's no exploitation and it's happening in a workplace. When you bring real people into this, all I can think of is the embarrassing notes the director must be giving her. Like, make sure you put more of a focus on your boobs, and have a bit more playful innocence. And in this game, it's even worse, because she's just talking to the camera. This must have been such an awkward scene to record, and in the final product, it just comes off as an absolute cringe-worthy embarrassment. Like a Dragon is a franchise that loves to push boundaries and see just how hilarious it can be, but it's all fun and games until you start bridging the gap between the fictitious and real world. It's not a good idea to have girls perform horribly acted softcore porn scenes that make the player feel ashamed to be playing the video game. Like, seriously, imagine playing this in your living room. I know that Ryu Ga Gotoku had the best intentions when deciding to go in this direction for the cabaret clubs, and I enjoy fan service as much as the next weeb, but when things get as creepy and awkward as they do in The Man Who Erased His Name, it makes me say the one thing I never thought I'd say about Like a Dragon. But could you tone this down a bit?